Hallelujah. Take your seat, turn your Bibles to Joshua chapter 24. I'm going to read verse number 15 and we'll go to Proverbs 16 verse 19. And if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, the scripture says, what happened? We will serve the Lord. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Go to Proverbs 16, verse number 9. It said, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directs his steps. I want to deal with 4 powerful habits that will change your life forever. 4 powerful habits. So, success is a habit. Your next level is a habit. How far you will go in life is a habit. You don't cast out ignorance. What you need to cast out ignorance is knowledge. Knowledge, if you think is expensive, try ignorance. Ignorance will put you in a stone age, but knowledge will keep you relevant. Nobody becomes anything without developing an attitude for what he wants to become. You want to be a front seater in destiny, you must desire to be on the lead. Nobody becomes a star until he begins to think like a star. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you ain't going to be better than the way you think, because the height of your thinking is the height you can attain. Am I still talking to people here? If we don't learn good habits, life becomes difficult and more difficult and more difficult. So life is all about choice. The choice you make today will determine what you eventually become. You need to get hard on yourself so that life can become easier for you. Don't take things easy. People that take things easy don't find life easy. Life is difficult for people that take things easy. That's just the truth. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. You know what that means? A man that must wear the crown must be on his toes. A man that must be celebrated must always be astute in whatever he's doing. Nobody stays on the lead, living life anyhow. You must organize your life. Get easy on yourself, it results to life becoming harder. But get hard on yourself, life becomes easy. Check out great men. They don't sleep the way you snore. Great men wakes up in the recess of the night to determine the next level of their destiny. But average and poor people, they snore and sleep all through the night and wake up very late in the morning and wonder why life is not changing. Life can change. You don't cast out demons. You don't cast out ignorance. It's only demons you cast out. And the demon you need for you to cast out for you to succeed is ignorance. And how do you cast it out? By settling down to reach out for information. Information forms something in you. They call it inform. Until something is formed in you, transformation cannot come on the outward. It is how you perceive that you are perceived. It is what you see that is seen in you. What you cannot embrace, nobody sees it around you. So as you think constantly, you eventually become a life. No devil is fighting your success. It's ignorance that is fighting your success. So what do? Cast it out by releasing light. When light comes, darkness dissipates. I pray for somebody here this morning. May you succeed through your mind. Successful people choose good habits over stagnant life. At first, it might seem you are accomplishing much, but don't get fooled by small achievements. If you have been told that you are going to be financially helped or you are going to be blessed financially and somebody dash you 10,000 naira, you say it has started. Some people will say, I want to thank God. Prophecy came on me that I'm going to be financially helped and somebody gave me 10,000. Is that your help? You can see the celebration of success is in the level of your exposure. A man who bought a bicycle is a successful man. A man who bought a tricycle is also successful. A man who bought Bentley 2018 is also successful. So your level of celebration of success is in the level of your mind exposure. You must sit down because you are the average of the 4 people in your life. That's how it is. The best 4 people in your life, you are the average of them. So if you don't like the way your life is, change your inner cycle. We are looking at habits this morning. Habits is what you develop over time as a result of environment, as a result of association, as a result of what you feed your mind with. That is what forms your habit. If your will always supersedes, your future is average. Write it down. If everything you need from people, you just get it, you are going to live an average life. Life is not easy. You must swim against the tide to succeed in life. Instead of resisting, take a moment to consider what isn't working and why is it not working. Tough times can be used to disrupt stagnant patterns in thinking. Tough times. Tough times can be used to disrupt stagnant pattern in life. Tough time. When life is resisting you, sit down and think. There is something in it. Either what you didn't do well or what you are not doing correctly. Not all resistance, not all difficulties are evil. Some are actually coming to train us. When you go through hardship, you don't have to eat, you don't have to wear, you don't know how to move to the next level. What should come to your mind is not relaxing, it's find out why it isn't working. Difficulties are teachers. Disappointment is a coach. Outright refusal is an opportunity. Write it down. These are inspirations. If we embrace the disruption that light poses in us, it can have a purifying effect that knocks off the rust and barnacles we naturally collect on our daily voyage, as the French will say, journey in life. Some of us has collected rust. We have collected wrong things. Listen, this man you see here, I am so keen about my future that I have to select the people I move with. If I stand somewhere, say, I just want to go somewhere. If I sit down and think, I can't think where to go. Because I just feel going somewhere will waste my time. If I'm alone, I can learn something. I should look for where I can be improved, not where I can while away time. There are certain things we have learned as a result of what we don't understand and we thought we know. So disruption in life comes to help us clean the mucor that we gather that have clogged our mind. If you still react when people talk to you, you are a child, your age notwithstanding. Great men don't react, they act. Instead of becoming a reactive person, become a proactive. In 2019, give yourself 3 months. You will have results you have never gotten for 10 years. I practiced it in 1 year. It worked wonders for me. Your attitude will determine your altitude eventually. Planes don't fly on the floor. They fly in altitude. We're going to be cruising on the altitude of 47,000 feet above sea level. Why? If you want to remain in... Okay, let me rephrase it. People that want to always be around familiar faces, they will live an average life. You always want to stay around people that know you, people that hail you, people that talk. No. If your friends still remain the same for years, something is wrong with your mind. Yes, you can have friends that last. It could be 1 or 2. But you have friends. You say, we have been friends for 10 years. Something is wrong with your mind. It's either they are not your friends. You are the ones saying they are your friends. Because people don't keep friends for a long time. You change your friends according to your ranks in life. So the rating of your position is what determines the friends. Until you leave the familiar, you don't meet with the unusual. When you are always interested in familiar places, familiar faces, familiar people, familiarity, you become familiar spirit. How to strengthen your confidence to succeed in 2019. Number 1 is embrace life. Don't resist it. Number 2 is affirm yourself. Don't degrade yourself. One of the most common way to degrade yourself is to ask the wrong questions in life. Whenever you ask the wrong question, you will get the wrong answer. Why am I poor? Because you are lazy. It's a wrong question. Why am I fat? Because you are a pig. You like chopping too much. Stop asking wrong questions and ask the right question. How do I hit my mark in destiny? How do I expire my stagnation and advance to the next level? Praise God. Wrong questions are disempowering. When you ask wrong question, it disempowers you. It saps energy from you. Like, now wow. Nothing is working in Nigeria. I don't think anything is nothing is working in this country. Now, there's a conclusion in your mind. As far as you have said nothing is working here, nothing will work for you. Millions are in this country. People have bags of dollars in millions in their house. Some are even burying some in Sokaway. Not even minding they die tomorrow. Too much money. And you are asking, why am I poor? Until you have something that will benefit somebody else, you ain't going to have money. Money moves to people that solve problems. What problem do you have? No plane flies until they are cleared. You have your passengers in place. You have your safety, whatever procedure in place. When everything is said, you say, now, cabin crew, take your seat for a takeoff. Nobody clears you to fly until you have created something that qualifies you to be a high flyer. Every tomorrow that you must enjoy is a tomorrow you have designed. You are the architect of your tomorrow. No witch can stop a man that is determined. The king was born. You think there is no witches in palace? Your governor was born like you. Where are the witches when he grew up? And they knew he would become a governor one day. I don't know what you are seeing tomorrow. So what you are seeing is what will determine your motivation, your drive. In 2019, paint a good picture and paint and build the right attitude and habits. You become exceptional in all you do. If you want to be a high flyer, create something. Don't resist change. Embrace life. Affirm yourself. When you ask wrong questions, subconsciously, you are creating a pattern in your mind. When you also ask the right question, subconsciously, you are creating a pattern in your life, positively or negatively. Now, what can I do to stand out among my equals? Right question. Educate yourself. How do you educate yourself? What you are doing now, you are educating yourself. What I am doing now, I am creating value. Plus or minus, I am building capacity. I am creating value for you. I am meeting needs in somebody's mind, right in the church, right on the screen, right on the internet, everywhere I go, I am creating value. Instead of asking, how can I be relevant? I should learn how to build capacity. Educate yourself. Why can't I do things right? Because you are not smart. That's a wrong question. Why am I so broke? Because you are a loser. Wrong question. Why is that people just hate me? People don't like me. Because you have bad character. Don't you see that bad questions attract wrong answers? But when you ask questions like this, what are the best ways to lose weight? Go for gym. Eat right. That's it. How can I become an influential person? Good question. Educate yourself. Go to classes. Be ready to learn than to teach. When I meet people that are better than me, I talk less. If I meet two persons better than me, I don't talk at all. Even if I have something to say, I am ready to learn. You see me either with my phone or you see me with my writing pen. I'm writing. Because in their discussion, I am building capacity. I'm learning more. If you talk too much, you will live a useless life. In 2019, talk less. Count your words. Be more to hear. God gave us 2 ears to hear more. 1 mouth to talk less. 2 eyes to see more. But some of you, you do the opposite. You see less. You hear less. You talk more. Life was not meant to be like that. Come on, say I hear. Number 3. Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Don't blame storm. Brainstorm and don't blame storm. Brainstorming is using your creative ability to come up with a reason why something is not your fault. Proving, having points, having results to show to people why it is not your fault to be in a level. So you have to do something to change that level. When you brainstorm, it creates an emotion roadblock to healthy living called resentment. Anytime you blame people, you are brainstorming. You are creating emotional resentment, emotional roadblocks. Look at them in this church. They don't even care. Somebody will come to church. They won't ask, how do you eat? How do you clothe? Look at what they are blaming people for. They are not quarreling like, oh, they won't ask, what can you do? They won't ask, how are you feeding? How are you clothing? How do you come to church? That is nobody's problem. That's your problem. Did we not just finish Thanksgiving? If pastor can just call some of us and just share the money to us, we will give him plenty money next year. It's a mindset. Pastor travel a lot. If pastor can just give me visa, put me in Germany. This generator they are talking about is 1 hand. I'll buy it. Pastor knows people. He'll just take me now, introduce me to one banker. Say, employ him. I work in the bank. I buy this generator in 6 months. You see, an average man think life is easy. But great men know life needs techniques and strategies to succeed. If not, your brother that works in the bank that is still trekking, he would have bought cars. He has been working for 2 years, no car. If he needs a car, he needs to take a loan. And taking that loan is going to pay over time. He has to work twice the time he works. Do overtime and some other things. Why is work? If he's a cashier, he needs to reach out to people to bring deposit, to build financial capacity in order to clear his loan. Uneasy lies the hand, the man inside the air-conditioned SUV. If you aspire to be like them, you should be ready to pay the price. Am I still talking to somebody here? Resentment provides a feeling of control. So anytime you are building resentment within you, you are actually bringing yourself under a control of a wrong spirit. Listen, if you are in tune with yourself and your future, nobody can offend you. The reason you are seeing offense is because you are lazy and you are not busy. Am I talking to people here? In 2019, instead of marking register or writing names of noisemaker, who are noisemaker? People that are not important in your life, they are noisemakers. Instead of writing their names, just invest that time of writing their names and scoring people that are not doing well to improve on your life. This man, you see, I don't know how to blame people. I've never blamed people. I don't. If nothing is working, I blame myself. Then I'll sit down to think again. When Peniel was over, the following day, very early, I was in the office. What am I doing? Planning strategy for the next level. I try to check what comes in, how did it come, how was the program, what did we not do right. I began to sit down on my own, start writing and brainstorming instead of blame storming. Since then till now, I'm still on my table. How can we disempower the past from stealing our present? We are still under brainstorm, not blame storm. Because anytime you blame people, you are disempowering yourself. Your past is catching up with your future. So how do we disempower the past from stealing our present that will affect our future? Number one, through brainstorming. Let's go into it proper now. You come to the realization that your past deepens you. Your past sinks you. Your past, it sinks you. It pulls you down. It does not define you. Now, if my past does not define me, my past is useless to my present. Your past deter you and defeat you. So why should I dwell on the past? I rather dwell on my present to determine my future. I wrote a song many years ago. The first song I wrote was just 6 lines. Don't poison your future with the pain of your past. That was my first song I wrote. 1987 was my first song I wrote. Don't poison your future with the pains of your past. I came from a poor background. Yes, that is why you need to work hard. Your father was poor. Your mother was poor. Your family lineage, there is no good name. That is why you, since you have knowledge of it, created a brand. Create a brand. My case is different. My father's name is called Patrick Okedion. I am not Patrick. I am Benjamin. His mistake shouldn't rob me of my future. I should be able to sit down and look beyond my father's predicament to determine my upliftment. Brainstorming is part of your maturity, but not your identity. Your past only makes you stronger. Your past, what you've been through, makes you stronger. It does not define you. Your past does not make you better. It only makes you strong. He said, though I pass through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Why? I've been there before. So your past should build in you resilience. Your past should build in you maturity. Your past should build in you boldness. Your past should build in you independence. So only thinkers can excel. Write it down. Only thinkers can excel. What have you been through in life? That is why today I can't hurt a fly. When I see people behaving funny, it's because they don't know where they are coming from. If you know where you are coming from, you will treat people well. Am I still talking to people here? You will treat people well. Brainstorming is part of your maturity. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are a pioneer of your future. So don't let your past affect your present. And you have the power at the present to determine the future. Procrastination is the fertilizer that makes difficulties grow. Procrastination is a fertilizer that makes difficulties grow. The more you are procrastinating, you think you are helping yourself. You are easing yourself to make your future difficult. How many points have I given you yet? Number 3. Number 4. I'll stop there. Number 4. Do something, not everything. If you are going to enjoy your future, if you are going to succeed in 2019, do something, not everything. It's good to be resilient to a point. Sometimes quitting is the smartest thing to do. A wise man said, it takes maturity to say no. And I wrote something on Facebook yesterday. You need grace to reject certain things in order for you to enjoy better things. When you say no, let your no be formed out of something in the future. Not every opportunity is from God. There are some that have come to level you. There are some that have come to reduce you. I am so particular about the future. Somebody says, it's not talking about Christmas. No. Christmas is less than one day. Huh? You wake up 6 o'clock. By 6 p.m., it's over. So what happened next? A lot of people spend months in preparing for a wedding of less than 12 hours. After the wedding, they are begging. We must kill 5 cows. When you finish killing the 5 cows, somebody will call you and say, I know just chop. The way they treat me for your wedding, I did not even eat 1 grain of rice. No, we killed 7 cows. I don't say more. You don't see mouth that eats with you. That's what I was telling the choir yesterday when I spent time with them. Instead of you pleasing somebody today and you regret tomorrow, displease them today. Please yourself. Tomorrow they will celebrate you. I need 5,000. I need 5,000. I don't get. You have 50,000 naira. That 50,000 is not free. It's for investment. Don't be foolish enough to pull 50,000 and dash. Because tomorrow, if they ask you for 1,000, you cannot give them. They'll forget the 5,000 you gave. If they ask you 5,000 today that you cannot give, in 5 years, you give them 50,000. They will announce it on Facebook. They will tell their enemies and their friends that you are the best in life. Why destroying a perfect, glorious tomorrow by pleasing one man today to destroy it? Rather than displease them today and tomorrow they celebrate you. You are not called to do everything. Do one thing. Anybody, listen, don't misunderstand me. There are people that are multitasking. Like me, I multitask. It's my nature. I can do 5 things the same time. I will get result out of it. Everybody is not wired for it. There are some people, when you pursue 2 things, you will delay your advancement. What will take you 1 year will take you 2 years. Because you are not wired for it. I do several things at the same time. That's me. I'm wired out for that. You know why? I am of the quiet side. I like being alone. The time you see me open up is when I have opportunity to learn or I'm imparting. Outside that, I am, what do you call it? An introvert. But when it comes to imparting, when it comes to learning, when it comes to asking questions that take me to the next level, I'm a melancholy. So, if you know you are not wired up for multitasking, my dear, one day at a time. I'm only human. I'm just a man. I'm not a woman. Lord, help me believe in what I have to do and what all I am. Show me the pathway I have to pass. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. Stop doing what you cannot handle. Oh, God has given me the vision to reach the world, and I don't know Lagos. Nobody knows me. I'm pushing to reach the world. Borrow money, go to embassy, they bounce you. Borrow money, do passport. In fact, your passport, there's error. Your name was not well spelled. You are Osaro, they now call you Osara. It should give you a sign that God is not in it. You are Chibuike, they put Chibuika. You should sit down and think, this is how I think. Oh, I don't hold things like this. I hold things like this with a pinch of salt. If I try to hold it, it's shifting. I try to hold it, I'll just leave it. I'll focus on what I can do. With time, I know as far as my heart has come here, it is the will of God for me to have it. So I begin to ask God for grace for it. While pursuing this, I don't lose mind of this. Are you understanding? This is what I wanted. Since I couldn't get it, I won't hold it and say, I will never let you go unless you get me. No, I don't do that. I hold with a pinch of salt, I leave it. As I'm walking, I refer. I walk, I refer. I walk, I refer. I was bounced 3 times in American embassy. 3. But today, I can buy ticket and go at will. Abi? In the fullness of time. Try to get into a relationship. It wasn't working. I removed my eyes. I focused on building myself. I went to school. In the fullness of time, wife came. How many of you watch? I was watching it on Facebook. They showed 2 kind of jar, Lagos jar. But American man was just. You saw it? That's it. Some of your cars are like that. I say, please don't be offended, please. It's like that. It will go, it will enter. It will enter. It will enter. My friend, park the car and say, Father, deliver me from this temptation. It's a temptation. Deliver me, Lord. You can as well just get a car, just drive. A reverse. Drive. You're going. Instead of, if you want to enjoy free life, work hard. If you want to live easy life, don't work. Life go hard. Have I helped somebody today? The secret of concentration is elimination. Eliminate certain things so that you can concentrate properly. The secret of concentration is elimination. If you don't eliminate certain things, you can never be productive. And when you are not productive, it can bring health hazard. Productivity makes you healthy naturally. I don't know who was saying it. I think during Peniel. Or I don't know who said that. He said, or maybe one of our pastors, in the football pitch, how many people play the game? 22. How many people watch the game? Uncountable. Most of the things we enjoy today is produced by 20%. 20%. I was listening to a wise man. He said, China don't speak in tongues. They control the economy of the world. True of us. I want to close now. Turkey, they don't have Holy Spirit. We wear their suit. The economy is good. All night is good to settle matter. Don't make it a routine. It kills you gradually. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You know, when you talk like this, some people say you are not spiritual. You are spiritual. The time you need to be at work, be at work. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. Be at work. Spend time in your business. Stay at work. That's why anybody that is under employment, you disguise, pretend to be working, you are not working. You are not actually affecting you are affecting the organization, but you are actually doing your future a disservice. Because the seed you are sowing, you will reap it in the future. Don't end if you didn't work. Look at it. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. When it's time to walk, my dear, walk. It's time to pray, pray. It's time to fast, fast. It's time to eat, eat. It's time to do things. When you begin to use the time to eat, to walk, the time to study, to play, the time to come to church, you are using it to rest. You say, I walk all through the week. My dear, you are not helping your future. Wednesday's Bible study communion service, you will say, no, it's business. You stay away. In the order of spiritual programming, you are deprogrammed because you are breaking the ranks. Nobody, he said, he that break the earth, serpent will bite. So whenever you play down on the order of time for everything, you are automatically distorted in advancing on a smoother level. Rise on your feet. Rise on your feet. I want you to ask God for wisdom. In 2019, I will not be foolish. Pray that prayer for yourself. In 2019, I will not be foolish. The happiest people are busy, but in control. They are not rushed. Be quick, but not in a hurry. Ask God to give you wisdom. In 2019, I'll be quick. I will not be in a hurry. In 2019, I will be happy. I'll be busy. Being in control does not make you a leader. It's influence that makes you a leader. Lord, in 2019, I will be a man of influence. I'll be a woman of... Are you praying for yourself? I want to be a person of influence. In the name of Jesus. Put your hand on your head. Let me pray for you. A king is coronated with a crown on his head. When prayer is imparted on people in position, their head is being touched, either with the ordinance of consecration. I pray for you today. May heaven mark your head for success. May your head be marked for increase. May you live a life of divine fulfillment. The oil for divine idea be released on you. I command that you will enjoy the plenty of God's grace. In 2019, when people are complaining, you shall be one of those making things happen. Your testimony shall be everywhere. I pray for you today. You are not a minus. You are a plus. God will take you higher above your widest imagination. I pray for you today. Every object of limitation in your life, I command them to be smashed to pieces. I release favor and grace upon your life. I decree that it is well with you. From the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, begin to fly. Do well. Succeed. Break through on every side. Come on, celebrate if you are a king and a queen. Come on, celebrate this God. Come on, say, I'm anointed for success. I am an anointed killer. I eliminate anything that want to eliminate my future. And one of the things I must eliminate, 2018 before 2019, is ignorance. I am eliminating it. Is blame. I am eliminating it. I will not blame anybody anymore. And I will no longer be ignorant. Because I am a success. Are you a success? Come on, give me a clap of success.